Hopkins, Evil Tweedle, with a special video. This one is just some of the Townhall 8 versus Townhall 8 attacks from our prior war with these cheating fuckers, whatever they're called. Yeah. Anyway, the specific attacks that I want to show today are FireCrotch's 3-star on this base here, Deadly's Mini, and Slipstream. All different attacks and different attack styles. The first one I'll go through would be FireCrotch's. In each case, I'm going to show you the base beforehand. Now then, this base, quite large, spread out base. Two typical attack styles at Townhall 8 are dragons with either balloons, another dragon, or I like using hogs in my CC in an attempt to take out an AD. Drag rages basically are not as popular as they used to be. I like lighting up an AD, getting rid of one, hogging another one, leaving me with only one to deal with. FireCrotch is a hogger. He's going to GoHo this base. Quite a tough base, this one, because essentially giant bombs could be anywhere. If memory serves me correctly, there turns out being one here and one in that spot there. So this guy, I don't think, actually ends up having a double stack. But there could be double stacks in there. There could be singles outside. People frequently do that. Could be one right next to that cannon there. So CC is here. It's imperative for a hog raid that you lure the CC and you kill it. Fire is going to do that in this instance by first off launching a hog that goes in on that cannon, and then getting a hog by dropping it there to come onto that wizard tower. When it goes onto that wizard tower, it's within the radius. Out comes the CC, which is a dragon and a balloon. 2 poison spells will quite happily kill those. He's got a 4 and a 2. There are plenty of other places, I think, here that are quite difficult to get to. That's the only place really where you would be able to easily lure the CC in on that wizard tower. Otherwise things are going to get distracted by that cannon, and that cannon, which is likely why they're there. You're not going to get to that. That's not going to lure them out. That mortar is, so you could get one in on there. So always check for a CC lure, especially if you're doing GoHo at Townhall 8. You will need to kill it. You don't have the troop space to be able to provide decent enough firepower to kill the CC by just going straight into the core. Now then, if it was me on this base and I was going to drag it, the sweeper's pointing that way, so I would want my dragons to take on that AD, which would be a difficult task for level 2 dragons, because I've got these 2 massive gold stores there that are just going to hold them up. I would have to take out side units here and launch dragons individually here, and they are very, very quickly going to get to the gold stores and then get hauled up and killed by it. Again, difficulty I would have would be I would have to take out that AD, and I would have to wait until my dragons had taken out this one, taken out this mortar, hog that, and my hogs would go from this cannon to that AD. This one, the furthest one away from me, I would light up and destroy it right at the very start. And I wouldn't lure the CC with a drag raid. With a hog raid I would do. So what Fire is going to do is he's going to GoHo this base. He's going to launch 2 golems. It doesn't particularly matter where he puts them. They're just going to go to that cannon because it's on the outside. Then he's going to rage his stuff into these segments here, and attempt to come in here. I don't know whether it's a particular attempt to get right in this core by the CC to try and defuse any DGBs. When we see Slip's replay, you're going to see Slip doing that in a different way. Anyway, let's see this raid. Now, Fire's hog deployment is absolutely excellent in this, all apart from that first one, because it goes on the cannon. So he adjusts himself, he sacrificed that hog, and then he manages to get one in on that wizard tower. He also springs a skelly trap. Skellies are a pain in the arse when you're hogging. So he's quite lucky in an instant. I'm not sure if this was a clean-up raid or not. So 2 poisons. The poisons are going to get rid of the dragon and the balloon quite simply. And when they're gone, then it is time to GoHo this base. So he is going to spread his golems out at the start. There goes the dragon. Yeah, so I should think he was kind of hoping that this would go on in that cannon. Either way, they're going to provide cover for the wizards. As soon as that cannon was focused in on that golem, rages his WBs in under the mortar. Great work there, and he's well into the base. And then little squads of hogs, tiny little groups of hogs on individual defences around the building. What he's not done, because he doesn't know where the DGBs are, he's only got level 4 hogs. What he's not done is just held his finger down and spam them in there. There's a big group of them. If they find DGB at level 4 hogs, they are all going to perish horribly. So this is a risky method to an extent, but they are eventually going to grope up. You can see that he's working this cyclically around the base, just like you do in balloon attacks. Taking out defence by defence. He's got stuff into the core. Those hogs found 1 giant bomb. So he's used these hogs in 2 ways. He's used his hogs, A, to get rid of some defences, B, to protect his kill squad of that king, the wizards and his golems. And the thing is that hogs make great clean-up troops, even better than balloons, because they're fast and they get through the base really quickly. So yet another very nice GoHo attack from Fire. Now, I hope you see why he did it, the way that he did it. Slipstream, on the other hand, let's have a look at Slip's attack. Slip's attack is a really good one. The only reason, by the way, I'm not showing Sherry and Dan's are that they're Townhall 9s, I believe. I think, well, Sherry is, I think that Dan is as well. But Slipstream, this base. Now, Slip is also going to hog this base. Now, again, I don't know whether this was a replay or not, or rather a cleanup attack or not. Either way, this base has obviously got some quite large holes in this one. So he could have double giant bombs there, oops, or double stack there. Now, if it's a cleanup, what Slip will know is that there are giant bombs in there. So there's a double stack there. Something that we frequently see on can't remember, One Hive's website when they're doing Townhall 9 versus Townhall 9 attacks is that they will use a P.E.K.K.A. to get into the segment of a so-called anti-3 Townhall 9 bases, and the P.E.K.K.A. is designed to get in, destroy elements of a couple of compartments, and to defuse a giant bomb, because the P.E.K.K.A. can take it. So what Slip is going to do is very easy CC lure on this base, bring them out, and he's actually going to use a combination that we used to see Shadow using quite a lot, which is to lure it up to the top here, and he's got witches in his CC, the skellies of which will hold up the dragon. The dragon will focus on those. The witches themselves aren't going to make much impact on a dragon, but he's got 10 wizards with him. So luring those up there. Now he really needs to open up the CC. But instead, he gets himself ready. So, the earthquakes. It's quite a large sacrifice of spell placement. He's used 4 to get this compartment completely open. So it's quite an open base anyway. this opens up about a third of the base for his kill squad. So next thing should be the CC kill. Couple of witches. You can see the skeletons tying up that dragon, and his wizards are going to kill the dragon. He's got one golem, two golems, plenty of wizards which are kind of bunched up. So what's happened here is that he hasn't set up his funnel very well. You can see here he's got this gold mine, that gold mine that are left there. What he ideally wanted was to have destroyed those before launching his king, with a couple of wizards on that side. His golem should have been placed here-ish to come in on that side. It works out in the end, don't worry about it. There goes that gold mine, but his king now and all his stuff over here is focused on that side, and his king's whacking a wall now. So then, if you saw it, the P.E.K.K.A came into this segment of the base here. It's dealt with stuff here. The compartment has gone. It's going to get that sweeper. Golems, P.E.K.K.A's in there. There goes the double stack. And he's releasing his hogs. But he's released them all in one. And he can get away with that to an extent, because things are quite concentrated on this base. He's only got a few. I think he only had 11 hogs at the start. But they're going to take care of the periphery of the base. So the big problem with using P.E.K.K.As and wizards and go wipe attacks is you can get them into the core of the base as efficiently as Slip did here. But how are you going to get them out? You're not. What the hogs are doing, or what back-end loons would do for this attack in a go low attack, is to take care of the defences outside the perimeter of the core of the base. His P.E.K.K.A, fair enough, and his king, they got out the core eventually, but what you would find otherwise, without taking the stuff out that's in the surrounding elements of the base, they'd all be concentrating their fire on that P.E.K.K.A and the golems. Everything would be dead. Nice attack, different style of attack. Let's speed that up because it is over. So the P.E.K.K.A survived, loads of stuff survived, even the witches survived. So a nice attack, a different style of attack. Last one, Fearless Feeder, Deadly's Mini. This is the kind of base that Extra Evil Tweed would possibly 3-star. Level 2 drags are a little bit different. The way that I would approach this one is, first things first, look at the CC. I'm not going to lure the CC, but when I press on it, oh hello. That's bad, basically. That's possibly a mistake, or it's possibly a double giant bomb, which it is. Either way, if it's a double giant bomb, that's quite a lot of work for a kill squad to get in there. You would have to funnel through this segment, and you would have to do that by taking out stuff at the sides over here to bring your kill squad into there. Possibly a P.E.K.K.A like you've just seen Slipstream do, to get stuff in there to defuse it. Then you can hog the base. This one I would drag light. How would I do it? That is the AV sweeper rather. I'm not going to come that way. I was going to bring my drags from either this side in on the ADs, or from here in on that one, and deal with the CC. And then probably light up that one and attempt to hog this one. But there are various ways of doing it. Obviously, if you've got that there, then it kind of speaks for itself, really, how you might kill that. Difficult one to hog, that. Very difficult one. What might help me are some balloons in behind my dragons, instead of just relying on either all drags and a drag CC, or hogs in my CC. Probably balloons. But take care of that, take care of that. Some max balloons, I'd probably have no problem there. I would need to come in on one of these defences because hogs would go from here to here and then to there, and they're probably going to die before they get there. Difficult one for me, this one. Let's see how Deadly does it. Deadly has got level 3 dragons, and he's going to take advantage of that spawn hole. Now what I will say is that the start of this attack one lightning, one earthquake on level 5 lightning. I can't do that, I've only got level 4. A takes nearly out the sweeper. It's rather unlucky not to get that, but it destroys that, leaving him a rage and a poison. Okay, now then, Deadly's funnel I don't like. Okay, not a bad start. So he's going to bring all of his dragons in on there. He's still got stuff out here, and he's only got 1, 2, 3, 4 things to get through. He's got a large storage there and a large storage there. He's got no dragon on that spell factory, and then he spams his dragons. Don't spam your dragons. Laws out the CC, because he's not spread his dragons out. That dragon's going to kill his. He's raging here to get himself through these things, these great big storages, to get to those 2 ADs. And then he brings his balloons in. He gets the dragon, the CC dragon, in the end, and those max CC balloons will take out 1 AD. So it works out alright. It's the strength of the level 3 dragons, but it wasn't the best start, really. Don't like to see people spamming dragons, because what he's failed to do, really, by not taking stuff out in the corners, is his dragons have gone around the town hall. He's been rather lucky that 1 or 2 managed to get there. There are loads of Teslas in that car. There could have been anything in there. It worked out well in the end. Essentially, funneling is all with dragons. What you don't need to worry about with dragon attacks much more, to be perfectly honest, I know that isn't one, but corner build huts. Corner builder huts are basically a thing of the past, I think, because you've got so much extra time now, 30 seconds. I don't know how many war attacks I failed as a Town Hall 8 because of that. So, yeah, not our greatest war. I'll focus on some more Town Hall 8 attacks another time. If you've seen my recent uploads, you'll have seen Extra Evil Tweed's attack from the prior war, or the prior war, in fact. And that was a good 3-star attack, using full-on drag light attack with hogs in my CC, as described, take out base. I am literally just running Go Lava Loon at the moment myself. No queen. Queen down on this one, so she's not a problem, which is a pretty fair trade. Setting up my funnel, which I just talked about. So when I launch my BK, he isn't going to go wandering to that. It's too far away. Those 2 wizards are kind of expendable. They're going to take care of those things there. I've cleared a path, so my king is just going to come in on here. Going to use him to take care of defences. Rage him to get him through that great big store before things start dying. Certainly going to get 1 AD, perhaps get the other one. But I like killing things quite quickly, and I like my hounds to pop. So, couple of balloons on different defences. Messed that up a bit. They weren't targeted on the Archer towers well enough, but things worked them cyclically around the base. Saw an attack late in yesterday's war by someone who will remain nameless, who attacked all 3/4 of a base that he still had to defeat all at once with 4 hounds and a set of balloons. It doesn't work like that. Work it around the base. Got a great big squad of loons. That wizard tower is a problem, hence the rage over the wizard tower. In old school Laloonian attacks, you would heal near the wizard towers and rage stuff over the hit point defences. So all defences down, and that's taken next to no time. Lost a fair amount of stuff, kind of sat there watching, hoping that that hound pops. But it doesn't really matter. You've got an extra 30 seconds these days. Townhall 9s. It's a simple enough affair. Troops get split up quite nicely. Easy 3. We had the discussion in game chat yesterday about go wipes. Go wipes, the problem on bases in war is that they struggle to get outside of the core. We have come across a couple of go wipe clans recently who just ran pretty much all go wipes, and yeah, okay, they get 3 stars in the end, but after umpteen different tries. It is a powerful attack, but things have to go right. They really do for it to be successful. Anyway, Tweed out.